I can't get with the energy of, yeah, this is my best friend, Ashley, and this is my best friend, Amanda. When Amanda's not there, you're telling Ashley, girl, oh my God, Amanda is so annoying. Amanda is around and Ashley's not. It's, girl, Ashley, ooh. Can you believe what she wore today? And y'all get back together and it's Kiki. And what? Girl, we don't even talk. Like, how did we get here? Hey, Bookie, and welcome back to the Shantae Diaries, entry 5. So today we are back in our cozy space, okay? If you watched last week's episode, you saw that I was recording in my car, and that is because we had a problem with our heat, and it was brick, okay? It was brick down here, and I was like, nope, I can't do that. It was warm in the car, so that's why I recorded it, because I meant I was going to commit to providing the videos, okay? I'm going to give you the content. I'm going to do what I got to do, okay? But if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, welcome. This is part 3 of the series, Things No One Tells You About Being a Woman. If you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to rock with me. I hope you are enjoying the series thus far. Part 1 was about the physical load that we carry as women. Part 2 was the mental and emotional load that we carry as women. And part 3, well, just about friendships. And if I'm going to be honest, this one might be the most complicated one because no one prepared me for how friendships change the older you get or how hard it is to navigate female friendships. So if you are confused in this subject, you've been hurt or feel lonely, we definitely finna dive in. So let's talk about it. Topic number 1, friendships naturally fade as you get older, and that's okay. That's okay. The truth is, as we get older, things change, and so do we. We get married, we have kids, we move to different states, different countries. We just have different interests. The friend that I've had since who knows when, we grew up together, we went to the club together, we drank, we smoked, we did all the things. And one person grows out of it. Then we have this gap where it's like person A still wants to be like at the club, but you kind of, you shifted out of there and then you reading your word more. Now you don't want to be at the club all night Saturday night because you want to go to church Sunday morning. You guys don't know how to communicate because it's like person A ain't trying to hear it. I'm young. I want to do what I'm doing. That can wait. And you're like, baby, life's short. So I need to get my stuff together today. And so navigating how you guys live now is totally different because for person B, it could look like, I don't want to do those things, but I want to also help her to see that it's time to kind of move on from this because I want better for her life. But person A is like, oh, so now you know the Lord and now you're all holier than thou. When really it's neither person's fault. Truly, it's just y'all grew apart. Because the truth of the matter is, nobody tells you that friendships fade. It's like you grow up thinking, well, if a friendship ends, it's because somebody did something wrong, but that's not always the case. So for me, you don't see like this person, Shantae, that's just my personality in general. Just because I've been around people who just really do a lot for me. And if I'm nothing, I'm observant. And I can't get with the energy of, yeah, this is my best friend, Ashley, and this is my best friend, Amanda. Oh my God, do. But when Amanda's not there, you're telling Ashley, girl, oh my God, Amanda is so annoying. She did da. I can't even believe it, do. And then when Amanda is around and Ashley's not, it's, girl, Ashley, ooh. Can you believe what she wore today? Like, I'm not doing it. And then y'all get back together and it's Kiki. What even is that? What even is that? I can't with that. I ain't never been for it. I don't like it. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. I can't. I've even been in situations where I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. Listen to me carefully, okay? And somehow I become the problem. What do you think about this? I don't. I don't care about what she got on. I don't care about her hairstyle. I don't care about none of that. But somehow, some way, it turned into Shantae said, your hair ugly. When? What? Girl, we don't even talk. Like, how did we get here? So my life with this friendship stuff ain't never really been my cup of tea because I really just stay to myself. Okay, I just can't. However, I'm gonna share with you, a little situation that happened in my life because, at one point when I was young, I did have friends. I'll call them P and T. And we was like, the three amigos, but also we were in elementary school. So, that friendship was a little different. I moved a lot, because, my mom was in the military and then my dad got a job, and it moved us from Virginia to Texas and just all the things, right? So I did a lot of moving around. I've been to many schools and, obviously our little pack fell apart, but me and P, we still talked, here and there, right? Eventually, we ended up moving back to Virginia. So I'm on the phone with P, like, hey, girl, like, I'm coming back to Virginia. What school do you go to? You know what I'm saying? Like, where you zoned at? Because in my head, I'm like, ooh, I got to go back because now we go from elementary school to the last year of middle school. So we've been heading into high school. And I'm like, yikes. Like, I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know the dynamics anymore. So I would feel more comfortable going to a school where I know my best friend goes, right? Okay. So she's like, oh, I go here, da, da, da. So where we were moving to, it was outside of that school zone. I would have ended up going somewhere else. So I ended up staying with my grandmother, so that I could be zoned to go to the school that she goes to, right? Okay, fast forward, everything is good. We moved. I'm like, oh my God, new school, stress, but not really because I'm used to it. And I feel a little bit better because, again, this is where my best friend goes to school. We're talking, blah, blah, blah. And I'm, prepping, ready. I get there and I go through this whole, new girl phase again. Oh, who is this? Da, 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 da. This girl looking at me sideways, her boyfriend trying to talk to me. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm like, hello, goodbye. The things. Just being polite. I find the best friend. And I'm like, oh my God, hey girl, I haven't seen you forever. And it's giving, who are you? Kind of vibe. Like, so you got new friends, and because your new friends look at me sideways, now all of a sudden you don't know me. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you're the same person who I talked to when I was in Texas. That was like, yeah, I go here, I do this, I do that. And you the same person who told me that some girl beat you up in the hallway and you got embarrassed because she stepped on your stomach and you ended up peeing on yourself. Ooh. So I know this stuff about you. Very embarrassing. And then I get to where you are and you act like you don't know me. Is diabolical, bro. It's very, I'm too good to deal with you now because my new friends don't like you, but your new friends don't know me. You see what I'm saying? You supposed to be solid, but clearly you're not solid because you worried about what they think about you if you cool with me. And so that became a thing. And it was really at that time where I realized that people really only care about what other people think about them overall. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, if I knew my best friend was coming back in town, all y'all can kick bricks. If y'all don't like her, all y'all can kick a brick, okay? Because what she do to you? You don't even know her. So how you don't like somebody that you don't even know? Like, you ain't even try. You didn't even try. She's just somebody that you can look at and be like, we don't like her. If like that's the kind of person you are, I don't need to associate myself with you no way. So I ended up not talking to her anymore. For a best friend to play in my face like that, that really messed up how I viewed people and how I viewed friendships moving forward, because I'm personally one of those people that if I call you my best friend, please understand that we are like one and the same. Okay? Please know, don't call me unless you are prepared for the smoke. Okay? Because if you are hitting on my best friend, you talking to my best friend crazy, whatever the case, baby, we got a problem. And my best friend currently knows that exact thing. So stuff will happen, but she won't even tell me about it until weeks later because she already know what had happened. Cause for what? She was like, I ain't tell you. I let it calm down because I already knew you was gonna be down the street. And yes, I was. And yes, I am. Because what was it? What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I am solid. I take friendship serious. And as much as I take friendship serious, I expect the other person who also calls me their best friend to take friendship serious. I don't play them games. And that's why my circle is like a baby triangle. Okay? Yeah, little couple dots. Little couple dots. That's it. That's all. Because I can't with people. So anyway, that's my little story and how I ended up being a little bit more like reserved and just not dealing with people on a big level of friendship, because people are fickle and people only want validation. And I don't go out my way to have friend tribes and stuff like that because people just play too much. The truth of the matter is, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. But not every friendship is meant to last forever. Some people are in your life for a specific season, whether that's to teach you something, to support you through something, or to just be exactly what you need them to be in that moment. And once that season is over, it's okay to let them go. We need to give ourselves permission to allow friendships to go and it not mean that something is wrong without guilt, without forcing something to fit that no longer does. You can love someone, appreciate the time you guys spent together, and still accept that this chapter with them is over. Both things can be true. And if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we talk about this enough. We talk about breakups, we talk about cutting off toxic people, but we don't talk about the quiet fade of friendships. Topic number 2, not all women will support you. Let me say that again. Not all women will support you. Not all women will support you just because you guys are women. And sometimes the hardest criticism, the deepest hurt comes from a woman. A lot of us grow up with the mindset of sisterhood and that no matter what, we should support each other, that we're all in this together, that we should be lifting each other up because we should. But that's really the expectation. But here's the reality. Some women will compete with you. Some women will compete with you. Some people will judge you. Some women will be threatened by you. Some will talk about you behind your back. Some will smile in your face and undermine you behind your back. That's called being phony. Yeah, they special. Yeah, because if you don't like me, don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Don't like me up front. Do not be in here smiling in my face and then be doing the most behind my back. That's so trifling to me. If you don't like me, just don't like me, sis. That's it. That's crazy work. Woo, they got to be witchcraft. They got to be witchcraft. So I've had this be a thing in my life before where I would support other people's dreams or careers or whatever it was. If you're an author, I bought your book. You know, if you are a digital marketer, I bought whatever it was that you may have had going on, whether it was an ebook or a content calendar, whatever. Just something small to support you, to show like, hey, I got you. But everybody knew I had a skincare line. Nobody bought anything. And here's the thing, because I want to put this here, because sometimes you may have a product that your friend or other women, whoever, don't need, right? They may not need it. But that's not the only way they can support you, right? Let's just say right now, if I had a men's beard collection, none of my girls need that. But it don't mean they can't be like shouting you out on social media like, hey, if your cousin, your husband, you know, your brother, your son need to get their beard together because it stink or whatever, hit up my friend like she got you. You know what I'm saying? That's free. Y'all, that's free. But the fact that people will literally watch you support them and then don't pour that back into you, whether that's financially or not, it says a lot about the friendship. And I've actually had to have this conversation with someone before where I was like, I don't feel like you support me like I support you. It didn't necessarily go as planned, but we made it through that. She was like, "Well, what do you mean? Like I do support you. You support me silently. I support you out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never seen a purchase come from you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen you shout the business out on social media, and you have quite a following. So that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Why would you not shout me out, but I can see that you shouting out somebody else. So it's not like you don't do shout outs, you just chose to not shout me out. Are we even friends? But when you have products and you're selling this or you're doing that, I show up. So it's kind of like, what are we doing here? So the bottom line is this. Some women will not support you, but some will. And you will learn your tribe and you will find the people who do support you. So you move on with that. Don't be so pressed about the people who don't. If they do, they do. And if they don't, they don't. But follow the path of the people who do and keep it going. Topic number 3, finding your people gets harder, but more important. So finding your people, your real people, gets harder the older you get, but it's absolutely more important. So here's why it's technically harder for some people. When we're younger, right? We're in school, we're in a more socialized life, and we're all kind of in the same stages of life. While we may not all go through the same things at home or, live the same kind of lifestyles, we're all pretty much in the same area of life. We're still kids, we're still growing up. And so it may be a little easier to socialize and, make friends, so on and so forth. But as we get older, we're not in those settings anymore. Everyone is running different ships for sure. Whether it's you have a friend who's still single and you're married, this person has kids, this person doesn't. Like, we're all on different levels of life now. So making friends can be a little bit more of a challenge, if you will. For me, I don't necessarily go out of my way to make friends, but the people that I do hold close to me, I try to make sure are somewhere near where I am in life. Like, I don't just have single friends. My best friend is also married. She's been married longer than I have, but I have been a mom longer than she has. So it's like the dynamics are still the same, but a little different. And so it works for us in that way. Not that I have anything against single women, but it's a lot easier to navigate life with a best friend who is also a married woman, who also loves Jesus, who also has children. You see what I'm saying? It's like they get it. Whereas if I had single friends who don't have children, they can become more frustrated when you can't do brunch, when you can't just go shopping whenever you get ready, or all of the things that single women with no children can do. And so it kind of just makes friendship a little harder. Again, nothing against these women. It's just easier to navigate a friendship with people who are doing life the way that you are also doing life. Topic number 4, quality over quantity. This is the last topic, but it's the one that changed things up for me. You don't need a million friends. You need a few real ones, okay? I'm not talking about yes friends. I'm not talking about the friends that only want to turn up, the friends that only have just whatever you want to do, friend. If you love him, it's okay. He'll stop hitting you eventually. Like, we don't need those friends. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the real one. I'm talking about when you're in the trenches, okay? I'm talking about the ones that's going to be in that prayer closet for you. I'm talking about the ones that's going to fast with you. I'm talking about the ones that's going to cry with you. The ones that's going to tell you the whole truth. Okay. Let's say, you and your husband got into some mess and you telling your best friend, like, cause I can't believe this dude. And I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. Right? Like y'all doing it. And you're telling her this because you don't sugarcoat nothing. You tell her exactly what you said. You tell her exactly what he said. Right? And she says to you, now, you shouldn't have said that. You know you shouldn't have said that, girl. Okay? Because that's the thing that did the thing. That's why it went from 0 to 5 million just like that, because you shouldn't have said that. That won't cool. That's a real friend. Your yes friends gonna be like, you did nothing wrong. He shouldn't have said that to you. If I'm gonna be for real, I'd rather have 2 friends that I can call at 2 a.m. Okay? Fine. Pull up beside myself than 20 friends that I can only have surface level conversations with. What is the point of having all these friends when I can't really talk to them about anything outside of, girl, my edges won't grow. I'm so sad. No, I need somebody that is going to be on the phone with me and pull me out of the mess. Okay? Because the older you get, the harder life becomes. Things just be blindsiding you. And you just really need somebody that's going to be there. Not be there just to listen and then go run their mouth to somebody else, but like, really be there. Here's what real friendship looks like. Being able to completely be yourself. That's a big one. Being able to completely be yourself. Not having to pretend. Feeling seen and known. Being able to be honest even when it's uncomfortable. Showing up for each other in the hard stuff, not just the fun stuff. Celebrating each other without jealousy. Being able to go weeks without talking and pick up like nothing ever happened. That's real friendship. So if you're sitting here with just a couple of close friends, or you haven't found that friend or those few friends just yet, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not unlikable and you're not weird. You just value depth over breadth. And that's good. That's beautiful. Quantity is not the end all be all. Quality over quantity every time. And let's be so for real. It is so much better to be lonely than to be in friendships that drain you. I have done that. I will never do that again. Never do that again. Never do that again. Baby, I'm taking on things that I ain't even got nothing to do with. I'm out here stressed, okay? I'm like, why do I feel so heavy? Because I'm taking on burdens that I shouldn't be taking on. Because I'm so worried about my friend. But then you start to notice. Okay, now we was just on the phone and you was telling me how this man was doing this, and that. And your safety be at risk. Business happening. I'm like, oh my God, we got to get you out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm holding on to that. I'm carrying that. And next thing I know, you back in love. Wait a minute, sis. It's been 3 hours. We was just talking about we finna call the police and put a restraining order on the man. 3 hours and you in love again, everything is okay. And this is a consistent pattern. I am not a if you like it, I love it kind of person. Okay? I'm never going to be okay with anyone dealing with something because of loneliness, because of low self-esteem, or whatever the case may be. Because I care way too much and it starts to drain me. So I rather walk away from a situation than continue to be in the cycle, right? Because what are we talking about? Literally every day we're talking about what's being done. And I'm coming up with solutions to get you out of this, but you continue to go back. I can't keep doing that. I can't be in friendships like that. And I don't think you should be either, friend. Okay? Listen, Bookie, don't do it to yourself. It's okay to walk away. That's not your burden. Do not take it on. So protect your energy. Be selective and do not settle on a friendship out of loneliness. Do not accept friendship out of loneliness. Do not settle for friendships out of loneliness. If that friendship does not fill your cup, it is not worth your time. I said what I said. Thank you. So let's do a quick recap. Friendships naturally fade, and that's okay. Not all women will support you. And that is also okay. Finding your people gets harder, but it's worth it. Quality over quantity always. Friendships aren't complicated. They're beautiful and messy and sometimes heartbreaking. But the right ones, they're worth everything. If you're navigating friendship struggles right now, whether that's letting go of old friendships, trying to find new ones, or feeling lonely even in the ones that you're currently in, I see you and you're not alone in this. Drop a comment and tell me, what is the hardest thing about friendships for you right now? What do you wish someone would have told you about female friendships? But for now, just know this: you deserve friendships that feel like home, where you can be fully yourself, where you are celebrated and not tolerated. And if you haven't found that yet, don't give up. Your people are out there. Trust me, your people are out there. And in the meantime, be the friend to yourself that you require from others. And that's it for this episode. I'll see you in the next entry. Bye.